First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's tackled at the 30. Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run. But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses. Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. The 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he is going to have the Lions Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
33-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Philip Lindsay there, and it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On fourth down, John Gruden says, let's try and get 3 out of this. This will be from 49 yards out. And that is no good. Wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Rodgers now on first down. That's caught by the tight end, Herb Smith Jr. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of
25 yards that time.
And a Packer first down.
They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Aaron Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Score, Packers 7, Lions nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Trubisky. They'll handle first down past the 40. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
At the 49-yard line.
First down. It's Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
9-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a carry for Lindsey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
On the carry. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Packers 7. Lions nothing.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's Trubisky. Screen pass to Lindsey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Taken down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll find Lindsey here. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Trubisky will throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on that.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
When people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Green Bay.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Third down.
coming up at halftime. We remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Trubisky. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Taken right around the 44. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Packer 1st down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half.
2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing here, Trubisky. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Roger.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
From the 17, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Herb Smith Jr.
A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Kick is good.
And he knocks it through.
It's the score. Packers 14, Lions 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
37-yard line.
On first down, it's Lindsay. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. The trick play works. Excellent execution. 18 yards on that fake and a first down. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Wide receiver.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes the Lions punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And the Packer first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Aaron Jones.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the counter, here's Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones down to the 25.
Aaron Jones.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the...
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive, 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. Philip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Play action. It's Trubisky. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense. Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.